The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
Welcome to another episode of Schuck on a Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota. I'm Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman, hanging out on the tailgate of the Toyota Tundra as we put the wraps on the high school basketball season. Yes, this is a special edition of Schuck on a Truck because this is our boys' Player of the Year edition. And the guy sitting next to me kind of earned the honor this year. He only took his team to a second-place state finish, best finish in program history, all-time leading scorer in Canton history. We could go on and on, but how about we just talk about basketball?
Sounds
Preston
great.
Brewer, Canton senior. Preston Brewer, congratulations.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, about time we got this done, right?
Yeah, it has.
Now just so everybody knows, because some may have heard, we are going to do one later in the year. He and I are going fishing.
Yeah.
And we're doing a Schuck on the Truck while we're fishing. But the weather's not quite right for that now. And this is a special edition specifically for the boys basketball player of the year honor. So we'll get to the other one eventually, right?
Yeah.
Because between now and then, you also got turkey hunting to worry about.
That is true. I do have to worry about
And
my
you have
turkey
baseball
hunting.
season.
Yeah.
Does life ever slow down?
No, I don't think it does, honestly. And I got two younger brothers I got to chase around when they're playing sports.
Well, that's good, though.
Yeah.
And you're setting a standard for them. When you think about those things, and not just the numbers, but just about how you go about the way you play and the way you handle your business, how important is that for you to make sure they see a good example?
Well, I want to show them what it takes, and like everything's not just going to come to you. You got to work for it. So I feel like if I showed them that, they hopefully will have the same work ethic, and I want them to be better than I was. So I just want to be a good example for them.
Who showed you that?
I'd say my dad, and he talked to me about his whole high school and college career. He worked for everything he has.
Yep.
Same with my mom. She suffered two ACL injuries when she played college volleyball, but that didn't stop her from still loving the game, trying to impact while she was at Culver and coaching-wise.
Right.
And then being here when I was a younger kid, seeing Gabe McKenzie, Cameron Durst, Lance Logston, all those guys play, it just showed me what it really takes to be like known or be good at something. Like it's not just going to be given to you. You got to work for it and put in that effort.
It's not as easy or as accessible now to go back and find like YouTube clips or old game film. But have you ever seen anything of your dad playing?
I have not. I saw a little clip of him playing football, and I guess he could kind of throw it a little ways. he could throw it half decent, I guess.
He could.
I'll say that, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of basketball film on him.
He was a good basketball player.
So I've heard.
He was. It's fun for me now to like see some of the next generation come through and know they're like the parents and have covered some of them, and it's kind of cool to see that transition.
Yeah.
But when you think about that, when you think about your dad being a college athlete, your mom as well, what's the best advice they have given you when it goes to playing at that level?
Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're going to get yelled at, and it just comes with it. It comes with great coaching. And I know Coach Hoyt's going to be a great coach. I've seen him coach at John Wood, and I watched a few games this year at QU, so I know he's going to be a great coach. And they're just telling me, like, hey, they're going to get on to you. They're going to try to get the best out of you. That's why they want you. They want to get the best out of you. So even when they're yelling at you, it's not just them yelling at you. It's also constructive criticism and trying to put you in the best position possible to be the best version of yourself.
I know we've mentioned it other places. We hadn't mentioned it yet here today, that you have committed to Quincy University to play basketball. What, in your mind, what makes you a Division II athlete? Because, I mean, that's the level you're at, NCAA Division II. What has you prepared or what has you ready to play at that level?
I feel like being like at my size and also being able to handle the ball a little bit, and while also having a post bag, I feel like it makes it a little difficult to guard me. I definitely need to gain some more weight, not just weight in general, but muscle mass to help when I go down low, be more explosive off my first step. So I still have things I got to develop and work on, but I feel like with my size and versatility, it makes it a little easier for me to play college basketball.
I look at guys who have come through that program from our area, from the West Central Illinois, Northeast Missouri area, over the last 10 plus years. And Evan McGaffey from Illini West, Tanner Stuckman from Quincy Notre Dame. Similar frame to you, who went in and worked their butts off, and you saw what they became. They became all conference players. When you look at that, do you go, I can do that.
Yeah, I feel like I can. I feel like I have a good work ethic. I'm not just going to lay down and give up. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to work not only on myself, but like with coaches and with teammates to make myself a better teammate, make them better versions of themselves as well, because it takes a village and not just one person.
Right. When you're one of the first to commit to this recruiting class, I know there's more commitments coming. I know they've received some. Not all of them have been public yet.
Yes.
Do you start reaching out to those guys and start building a relationship with them now, or does that wait and happen come August when you move in?
I've reached out to a few guys that are on the team. They've reached out to me. We talk basketball, talk about their season, talked about mine. And so I feel like just that right there helps build a relationship and like a bond, and already starts that team chemistry.
And that's so vitally important to have team chemistry, isn't it?
It is, because I feel like with this year when we went to state, we just had great team chemistry. I mean, we've been playing with each other since second grade. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows their strengths. Everybody knows their weaknesses. So I feel like that really put us a step ahead of everybody else.
This is Schuck on a Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman, hanging out on the tailgate with Preston Brewer, the Canton senior, who is our boys basketball player of the year for 2025 after leading the Tigers to the Class 2 state runner-up finish, the highest finish in program history. When you hear that, I see you start to smile a little bit. I know in the moment when you lost the championship game, it was hard to smile.
Yeah, it was.
Have you been able to sit back and go, okay, we did something pretty cool?
Yeah, we talked about it today at school. We've talked about it pretty much every day we've been back at school. Like, yeah, we lost, but like at the same time, we just did something no other Canton team has. So right there, it gives you something to be happy about, be proud of. Shows you that all that hard work that we put in since we were just little kids, it all paid off and got us to where we were.
Was there a moment throughout the postseason where you just went, wow, this is really happening?
Probably at the end of the Harrisburg game at home when that final buzzer sounded off and I just see Blue Taylor running at me, arms wide open. We're just like, we just hugged each other. We were just so happy, and then we were like, we just did this.
Yeah.
Like we're going to state.
That's a cool feeling, and in a small community, it heightens it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's part of it. Did you feel that when you went around town or when you went to anywhere like outside of school?
Oh yeah, I feel like just driving around town, you just seen Go Canton Tigers everywhere, little yard signs, window paintings. Like it just, sports as a whole bring a small community together, I feel like. And when you're, not only when you're not successful, but especially when you are successful, it just brings the community together. They show support for each other no matter what the sport is, and I feel like we travel well. When
you play a myriad of games, you get to play in some cool places, especially when you go play AAU. Sometimes you get to play in some bigger places, visit some bigger places. What was it like, though, to play in Mizzou Arena?
Oh, it was definitely different. Knowing that I was on the same floor as my favorite college basketball team, Kansas Jayhawks, it was definitely a different feeling. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot when I say Kansas Jayhawks. I know.
I think we should just hit stop right now. You're done. The fishing ones. No. See, you could have left that out. Man, Coach Hoyt and I are gonna have a conversation. You may have an interesting workout when you get to QU, called the Schuck Daddy workout. After hearing that, but playing in an arena like that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. It took a little adjusting too with the depth perception. It's different than playing at just like a local high school gym. But once I got adjusted to it and the team got adjusted to it, it was really enjoyable.
When you look back on what's happened here, what are you going to remember most?
Remember the memories that I've made, not only at practices, but at school, at games. Not many teams can say they won 3 district championships in a row or even go to the Final Four. And so I'll remember those and all the teammates that I've had since my freshman year. Dalton Bearhorse, Brady Hoeing, my freshman year. Yep. They were the seniors, and I feel like they pushed me every day at practice, and so when I saw that too, I felt like I had to push the younger guys this year and last year.
If you're going to leave, okay, you said you mentioned 2 younger brothers. What is it, the one thing you want them to remember from all this that they can take with them?
I want them to remember that no matter how big the moment is, always try to calm yourself down, be who you are, don't try to do too much. Nothing is impossible if you put in the work and you've put in the time. So I feel like if they can come in at practice every day, outside of practice, put in the work and the time it takes to be great, they will be very, very effective at the high school level.
Either one getting ready to challenge you at all in a backyard game, or is it still a gap there?
Still a gap. I got a little height difference.
True.
So if I can't hit shots one day, I'll just go down to my post and just do a little baby hook over the front of the rim. And
what about Dad?
oh, I just beat him down like a drum.
That's okay. When it comes to spring turkey hunting season, I got a feeling though old Dad can get it done.
Oh yeah, he can get it done. I feel like if there's one bird within a 500-yard radius, he'll somehow, some way call it in and kill it. he just, I don't know what it is. He's just naturally good at it.
That's the experience. That's where the age helps out.
Yeah.
May not be able to take you on the basketball court as much these days, but those things that where experience matters.
Yeah.
I mean, my 88-year-old dad, I know we could go out and shoot a trap right now, and he would knock them down, and we'd all be going, "Wow!"
Yeah.
Just something that happens.
Yeah.
So, well, I know you got a lot to do this spring. I know you got baseball coming up. Kick starts this week with your season opener.
Yep.
You got spring turkey hunting season, and then lo and behold, it'll be time to start working on basketball again, won't it?
It will be.
So
I'm looking forward to getting started to work at the QU facilities with all the weight trainers, Coach Hoyt, all the assistant coaches. I'm just really looking forward to putting in the work there as what I have here and just seeing what I can become.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on everything, and I appreciate you taking time to do this today.
Thank you, Schuck.
For Preston Brewer, I'm Matt Schuckman. This has been another episode of Schuck on a Truck, Boys Basketball Player of the Year edition, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.